know how to close. I just had again 2 conversations.
Something happened.
I'll call you on Skype immediately. This is the 16th of August with Bill Edmondson. How about we cheer for him?
Hell to the yeah! Hell to the yeah! The man's right here! The man's right here!
He's the 5 king. Let's call him the 5 key king.
Yeah.
I'm just here to help. I'm just a humble servant here to offer my experience and expertise. Very, very humbly. So, where do we start, Dr. George? Where do we start? So first of all, for those, that are on with me for the first time, I just want you to know, like, the reason why I'm on is because I get great joy and satisfaction working with people and helping people who help other people. And especially people that are what I call purpose-driven. And what I mean by purpose-driven is that it's more important for you to be of service to someone, or let's say it's equally important to be of service and to make money. They both go hand in hand. But what I find is when you make your number one purpose to be of service and that you're good at what you do, the money just comes. You don't have to think about it. It just comes because if you're helping people get what they want, they greatly appreciate you. They come back and they refer others to your business, and your business just grows organically. So for me, the number one thing that's most important is to be very clear and very centered in your purpose for wanting to make people's lives better. It's very, 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 very simple. But sometimes it's not easy for people because we have so many ideas about what selling is. And sometimes we get under the influence of other ideas other than just helping people, just making people's lives better and having that your number one focus. How can I use our products and services to make their lives better? How can I do that? And to have that feeling of service and be committed to making their lives better, when someone on the other end, and you know for yourself as a purchaser, when you meet somebody like that, and you can feel and you can see and you can hear that their number one purpose is to help you, that's 80% of the challenge right there. It's 80% because now I can relax and I know that they have my best interest in mind, that they're not up to any other agenda besides helping me because I see it in their eyes. I feel it when I listen to their voice, that they're all here for me. So I can relax. I don't have to protect myself, anymore. I can relax and I can hear what they have to say. And if their solution is a match for my situation, 80% of the time, 90% of the time, I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to let them help me. So the number one thing is to understand your purpose, to feel it, because purpose isn't something that we think about. Purpose is something that we feel, that inspires us and that gets us into action. And to be able to articulate that is also very important. And to be able to articulate it, to speak about it in a way that matters most to your clients. So, so I just sort of spoke mine, and you get a sense that it really matters to me that I can be of help to you.
Mm-hmm.
When we end this call today, it's very important to me that I know that I contributed something that's going to help you help other people. It's very important to me. And if I hang up this call, end this call, and I don't have that sense, I feel like I've wasted my time. If I haven't given them something that's going to matter to them, I feel like I've wasted my time. I'm that, committed to what I do. And so why do you do what you do? I'm on this call to make sure that I give you some information and experiences that help you help other people. So why are you on the call?
Bill, since we've last spoke and I've redefined my purpose, it's to the point where it's to assist in providing what I feel wholeheartedly is the highest level of training and certifications in Asia and the Middle East. My goal is to offer our clients real life, day one applicable strategies that they can apply to their life to actually live the life that the life they imagine, but they don't yet have strategies and they don't have those techniques to achieve their desired outcome. They want it, they feel it, they feel like they desire it, but they don't have the technique, they don't have the strategy to achieve it. So I do what I do because I believe in, one, just really the power of the human spirit. And I've been fortunate to be in a position where I understand that human spirit is forceful, but to have the knowledge, the know-how, that's where it actually kicks in. And then I can really work on developing our clients personally in their life and professionally. Now, my challenge to myself is always having to bring it out of the client, to summon that within themselves, to have the courage to accept the challenge, Bill, of their own self. I have to make them accept the challenge of their own self, realizing that they're unresourceful, realizing that they have negative patterns and behaviors, but have the courage and the actual faith in themselves to invest in themselves, for themselves. And that's the challenge.
Okay, so let me ask you something. So I mentioned earlier that it's important for the client to see and feel and hear your purpose and your passion for helping them. Like I just heard you like 100%, like you moved the needle all the way over. I heard it, I saw it and I felt it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how often do you bring that? And I'm not asking you how often do you say the same things to your client. I'm asking you how often do you bring that same energy to every interaction?
8.5, 8, 9, 8.5 always, Bill. I have to tone it down. I'm very aware based on our last call and pacing now with Doris. I have to pace the client. I have to lead them because I don't want to intimidate them.
Because you got big energy. You can run a soul over in a second.
I gotta tone it down. I gotta tone it down.
Yeah.
Got it.
But intonation pattern. But can I ask you something, Gregory?
Yeah.
So I get your purpose for others, but what is in it for you? Like, how does it make you feel when you contribute to others? What do you get for yourself?
What I get is I always tell the client on the call, don't thank me for the call, thank me on the day of graduation. And when they give me that thank you on the day of graduation, I know that they have a sense of accomplishment that they've done for themselves, and I have facilitated that. So that's self-gratification. That's the fuel to the soul. That's the fuel to the soul. Don't thank me on the first call. Don't thank me for the information. Thank me on the last day of graduation when you talk about when you first came And now that you're done with it, what do you have?
And then tell us what that feels like. So I remember, like, you know, when I have a coaching session, or I sold a house, or I sold a car, when the person, I told them I was going to make this the easiest process that they've ever been through, easier than they can imagine. And when they shook my hand, when I shook their hand and I looked them in the eye, and they said, "Thank you, man, thank you. You did exactly what you said you were going to do," I would get goosebumps all through my body. It was like this reverberation that would come.
Well,
what happens for you? What happens for you?
It self-edifies my role as a servant, and it knows that my higher power, I'm aligning with my higher power and being a servant. I am aligning.
If I can interrupt you.
Yeah.
You know, so you're describing to us something. We want to know what you actually feel. What I'm asking, and what Dr. Torres asked,
I did it. Boom. They did it. I did it. They did it. They did it. I did it. We did it. They did it. I did it. We did it.
Okay. All right.
How does it feel like? How does it feel like?
It feels like it's possible to go into the darkness of a person and create light, and they see that light and they honor that light and they move forward it, and I have a gratification of being blessed because I was able to take their hand and to help them take that first step towards the light. It's dark. I'm going to walk with you into the darkness to find the light of yourself. I am going to be here. I tell them, Bill, I work 7 days a week from 2 to 11. They ask me, why do I work 7 days? Because I finally got to the point where I actually can say I do what I love and I love what I do.
Got it.
Good. How about Hitesh or Pranati?
Okay, I can go if Hitesh allows me.
You can definitely.
Okay. All right. So for me, I also enjoy trainings and I like helping people. So and I want to reach to the point of, you know, I work on what I love rather than just do any other work. And NLP has helped me a lot, and I'm so eager to make people aware of what NLP can do for them. And I'm on this call. Hi, Lena. I'm on this call because I want to learn how to highlight the value for the clients and to maneuver through the challenges that they are always bringing out. Because I'm confident once they pay for it, they will get what they're paying for. But I need to learn how to bring these values to them.
Okay. And then what's most important to you about helping them? What's of all the things you mentioned, what's most important?
For me, when helping people, because I feel that I am here today because of someone or somehow helped me, like a situation or someone who gave me a hand. So for me, knowing how this is important in my life, how was it important, I really want to be part of that system where someone is guiding someone else or helping them, that little help that will bring them different, you know, world in front of them. And when I help people, even when I was working as a customer service, so when I make like just a small thing and help someone and they thank me and they say, oh my God, you made, for example, you made our life easier, or you took us out of this big stress, I feel like I touched the high sky. I feel so happy. Yes, it's like, you know, it's like appraise, like someone that appraised me for something little that really made their life easier, I feel so happy that I made that effort in helping that person. And it gives me like a real sense of satisfaction, and it pushes me even, you know, like I want to help more. I want to help more. I want to help
Now
more.
I'm getting goosebumps. I tell
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
1-minute story. Bill, Hamadi is here because she was one time assisting me at illuminations. I had a big group
Singing
and I forgot the cable of my computer at where the whole PowerPoint in my hotel room, and she said, "Not a problem." I said, "What? Not a problem? Give me your key. Give me a room number. I'm going and getting it." Damn, she was out, and bang, she was back with the cable. So sweet. She rescued the situation so sweetly.
Yeah. So in working with Dr. Doris, the people that she attracts, feeling in, you know, the feeling of having a purpose and wanting to help people, that's never the issue. You guys just you sort of all have that, you know, and I want to make sure that what I'm seeing now, if that gets communicated to the client, I know that you're way down the road here, because in order to have the success rolls down 2 tracks. One is having this purpose and being able to communicate it energetically and linguistically. And then the second is having the 5 keys so that we structure our process so we get that yes at the end. Just 2 things. Just feel what we naturally have, express it in a way that matters to the client, and then use the 5 keys to streamline our process and our conversation.
Yeah.
So we get to yes or not, but quickly. Doesn't have to take a lot of, it doesn't take a lot of time when we know what's important in the process. So let me ask you, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you speaking with a client just the way that you spoke with us now?
Initially I wasn't that comfortable, let's say. Now I tend to see it's like on a day-to-day basis is different. Some days I'm like, yes, let me just do it. Whatever they are going to say, I'm gonna just make that, you know, right. And other days I'm like, oh my God, what should I say next? You know, like, what if they did say this, or what if they say that? So it is getting better. And some days I'm just with the flow. Other days I'm like, oh my God. Like,
yeah, well, you know what? You know, a professional golfer or singer or dancer, they would say the same thing, Hanadi. Some days I'm right there and some days I'm not. You never have this down. You're always working on it. You know, big time performers say they still throw up before they go out and perform. We're always working on it. And that's a good thing, because as human beings, we never stop growing, we never stop evolving. So yeah, you know, very good. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Yeah, can I talk to Doris? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, thanks, Bill, you are here, because it is always enlightening experience with Dr. Doris. But when you are here, it's really an opportunity for me. And my everlasting purpose, why I'm saying is everlasting, because for last 2 years, I have changed this. And now I see that for the rest of my life, I'm going to do this. So my everlasting purpose is to alchemize vision, action taker visionary entrepreneurs. So I consider my services as an alchemy, where people come and go out with something like golden. So my purpose is to alchemize action taker visionary entrepreneurs to live to the next peak, and who are suffering from either negative life experiences or they don't have ambitious life references. and who are playing small or not playing big enough, and can have exponential and holistic growth in their life in health, wealth, and relationship. And also can count on me not only for sure short 100% results, but also they feel being touched, moved, and inspired deep within.
Got it. Okay. So this raw energy and desire to help people and the willingness to express it, I hear that 100%. Okay. So now what I want to do, now that you're grounded in this energy, you're present, it's a present, and you're centered within it right now. Now I want to make sure that when we speak to the customer, that we speak our purpose in a way that the clients say, God must have sent you to me. It is perfect that we're meeting. God must have sent you to me. So when I'm speaking with somebody who's struggling with sales, I say something like this. And it's very difficult for me to pretend. So bear with me because I tune into the person that's in front of me. But the reason why I'm here, to help you is it's very important to me that I help people have a breakthrough in what they're doing in a very short period of time. And it's important for me that you're able to achieve. When I was in business and selling, achievement was the #1 priority for me. I needed to get from A to B. I needed to make the numbers. I needed to impact my customers and then see the results in numbers. I care, I want to help them, but the way that I know that I'm making a difference, it's in the numbers, not in the dollars, just the numbers of people that I'm able to help. So that I can measure my efforts, okay? I never try to focus on the money. Never try to focus on the money, because when you focus on the money, people are always neglected. Money's not alive. Money doesn't have a personality. Money doesn't have a soul, in a sense, but people do. And when you focus on making people's lives better, it's the most perfect, healthy focus, to move people. Any other focus, any other influence takes the focus off of people. And when we're able to take that focus to the next level, taking it to the next level, like making your life better, well, my focus is to make sure that within a certain period of time, 6 weeks, 90 days, whatever we decide, that you're actually going to improve. You're going to go from A, doing 8 people a week or a month, to 10 or 15. I need to be able to measure what I'm doing, not like to be greedy or anything, but just to know that I'm honoring my purpose, that I'm making a difference in a way that I can measure it. Okay. So when speaking to your customers, you want to make sure that when you speak about your purpose, you have your own way of thinking about your purpose. But when you speak to a client, you want to speak about your purpose in a way that matches their expectations. Okay. So if we're offering a course, like in helping people become trainers, my purpose is to make sure that you and people like you have all the skills and all the and the mindset to be able to make that positive difference for the clients that you want to make, not what I want, but what you want to make. So I'm here for you to make sure that at the end of this course, that you're able to speak comfortably to people and enroll them in your training course and whatever that is. So the key now to take this to the next level is to speak about your purpose. So it's the perfect fit for your clients, the perfect fit.
I got it. This is actually my purpose, not what is relating to my clients right now. This is what I think, what I want to give, but not they want to get. There is a modification is required. Great.
Yeah. So one time a salesman came up to me and said, my purpose here right now is I need to make a deal, because if I just get one more deal, I want a trip, I get to take my family to Hawaii. I could not have been more disappointed in him. I don't care about you and your family. I'm here to accomplish what I want to accomplish. So if he would have told me his purpose today was to make sure that every customer he met went home with the car that they want at a price that they could afford, I would have been listening. So we want to make sure that our purpose matches our customers' expectations.
There is a
So for the
disconnection.
so for the training that we're working on right now, is the trainer training, is that it?
Mhm.
I chose
Yeah.
the trainer training, but we just apply the same for the upcoming 5 keys. And of course,
Okay.
everyone can apply it for wherever we are working on first. However, the next thing I think everyone is focusing on is the trainer training in September. Now,
Okay.
once again, they are not all in our team, Bill, like Anjali is our trainer and master, our NLP master practitioner trainer and master trainer, and she's offering her own emotional intelligence trainings. Leila is a partner trainer, and she is now presently next to me in each and every NLP training, learning how to conduct the NLP trainings herself. But you will be part of the trainer training in September, Leila, right?
Yes, most probably, yes.
All
I
right,
was in part 1 and then part 2 also with him.
And you know Bill, Leila?
No, first time I'm meeting him. Hi, Bill.
Yes, pleased to meet you.
Same here, thank you.
Leila is from Iran, living in Dubai. Oh, by the way, you need to know that Hanadi is not with us, Bill, location-wise. She's in Jordan. So we are basically on Zoom with each other all the time. And Anjali is in Mumbai, in Bombay, India. You know each other, no? Anjali, you know Bill, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you were there in the session before. So he's the one who originated the 5 keys that I have so often shared with you all to improve your ability to sell yourself, your courses, and to engage with the clients.
Great. Okay. So, Dr. Doris, is it appropriate that we ask them now to speak their purpose as if they're speaking to a client? Do you want to have them do that in breakouts, or do you want to have them just do it openly right now? Let's refine that purpose and put it in the context of the training that's being offered. And the situation is you're meeting the client for the first time, and you're telling them what you're all about first in an effort to find out what they're all about. Have you noticed that anytime that we're building a relationship, us saying that we know the other person is based on finding out deep information about them. You know, there's shallow information about the car you drive, what flavor of ice cream you like. That's like shallow information. And then there's depth of information, what I believe, what I value, what's important to me. Now, we need to know a little about the shallow part and a lot about the deep stuff, because it's the deep stuff that we make decisions on. Okay. Beliefs, values, vision. We make decisions on that stuff. And most people, they talk about the shallow stuff because they're comfortable, but they don't talk about the deep stuff. The deep stuff is what helps us develop relationship, but it also causes the emotional engagement that's necessary. Key 1, relationship. How do I know you? I tell you deep things about me, you tell me deep things about you, and one day I say, I know them. I know what matters. And then the more that you know about a person, just think, the more you know about a person, the more you can predict their behavior, can't you? If you want to buy a Christmas present for a loved one, because you know them, you know what to get them. And you can just imagine the look on their face when they get this present, because you know them, you know what's important to them. And it's the same thing with our clients. We need to find out what's important to them. And generally speaking, if somebody sees a Facebook ad for the trainer training and they read the contents in the ad, generally speaking, they want to become a trainer, generally speaking. But we need to find out specifically why it's important to them. What's your vision? How do you see yourself? You know, well, you know, what's your vision? So just imagine that everybody that sees an ad, that clicks on a link, that joins the meeting, you have to understand they've already been through a process. They've already been through a process. They've already envisioned themselves, and they already have like a desire to be a trainer, or a desire to be a better salesperson or an enroller. And they've already been through the process where they believe that if I did that, that's going to make things better for me. They've already been through that process because they've taken an action. Now, what you want to do is create a relationship with them, make them feel easy and comfortable so that you can find out how specifically, what do they want better? What is it that they want better? Maybe they want things to be better for somebody else more than they want things to be better for them. And if you think they want things to be better for them and you make a presentation for things to be better for them, but what they really wanted was things to be better for somebody else, then you missed the boat.
Yes.
You make a presentation, they say no, and you don't understand, well, what happened?
And guess
Well,
what? In the East, that's even more often. They
oh, is that
want
right?
the other to be happy. Yes. In India, I would say the higher percentage wants the other to be happy. They do it for the family. They change their whole life just for the family member to be happy. Isn't it, Hitesh?
Yeah, well, if that's the case, well, then this is really important. So Hanadi, you mentioned earlier about like sometimes not knowing what to say. Once you find out what people want to be better and who they want it to be better for, then that becomes the organizing principle for everything to say. That's what we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you do this training, who's going to be the beneficiary? Who is it going to matter most to? Oh, it's my niece, you know? And so I don't let her go with with her niece. I'm not going to relate to her as her niece because she doesn't relate to her as her niece. She relates to her whatever her name is. What's your niece's name? Why is this so important that Janati or whatever her name is? Why is it so important that you do this training? Because I can help her. She needs my help. And how does she want you to help her? Well, she needs to know what to do because she's a chiropractor and she has this gift. And then when you help her to be able to enroll people and she becomes a great chiropractor, what is that going to mean for you? It's my biggest desire that I help her. So now, can you see how your purpose to help her, and when you find out what her purpose is, all the information is there. She's leaving breadcrumbs for you. And all you have to do is follow them, expand it. How's that going to help her? How's that going to matter? And then you end the call, and then she says, well, I'm going to call you back. And you say, I'm going to call you back in a week. And then when you call her back in a week, who are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the niece and how important that is. Is that still important for you to help her? Well, let me tell you how I can help you help her. This training is going to be able to do this and this and this, and you're going to be able to help her to do that, that, and that. I'm telling you guys, this is so simple. You just have to understand that they have a vision. When they see the ad, they see a possibility, and they believe that this can make things better. And if you just keep talking about that, they're going to have an emotional experience. And as you hear them, then at some point, and you'll know this, at some point, you're going to say, well, when should we get started? We might as well sign up for this today, because if we sign up for this today, then you can begin this process, and the faster you're going to be able to help Janati, your niece, have the success she wants. I actually think if what you're saying is so, that people in that culture care about other people more than themselves, this is a huge advantage. Huge advantage. Because when a person has a purpose greater than themselves, that's when they're at their best. That's when they're the most inspired. That's when they'll take action the most. When it's for somebody else, I know I will. I'll make more money for my family than I would make for myself. I will work extra harder for my family than I will myself. I will work extra harder in the gym when my trainer's there watching me because I want to please them. I don't want to disappoint them. I don't want to waste it. Even though I'm paying them, I don't want to disappoint them. I want him to look good and have success because he made me look good. So you guys see this selling thing, I'm telling you, this enrollment thing, I just want you to know that if you just focus on your purpose for helping people and be grounded in your purpose for helping people, feel it, and then find out what's important to them and just focus on that. It'll streamline your selling process. Sometimes if it takes 2 weeks to enroll a person, you'll be able to enroll them in a matter of days because your conversation won't be going all over the place. It goes straight and it's direct and it's all about what do you want? What do you see? What do you feel? And what do you want to feel when this is done? Because I'm all about helping you have that. That's what my whole purpose is, to help you have what you want to have for the people that you want to have it for.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a good question, Gregory. What do you want to feel when this is done, when the course is done, when you have, certified? How do you want to feel? I think that's another thing in India. I think the first A, then K, then V. So I think speaking the purpose to each other, we can do what I would be very curious, because we have done this many times when we did the 5 key sessions. However, I would like for you to see and hear whether we do this correctly in the sense you mean it, Bill. What we never do is put numbers on it. We don't do this. We never do it. I even am guilty of it. Remember when you were helping me with conscious solutions at the beginning? You made me put numbers on it, and it was really, really, really good. Now we do from time to time an overview, and we used to, Hanadi, when you would be here in office, we have in the big room back there a big eraser board. And when Luke and Ranjan were with us, we would put numbers for everyone. How many enrollments do you feel can you get for this course? And that was actually very motivating. We have somehow, I can do it here. I don't know how we got distracted. I think I do it as soon as the team is bigger than because our team is so small right now. We are not doing it, but we should do it, Hitesh. How many people are we going to get for the 16th of September?
Yeah, so the 2 numbers that I would be focusing on. So first of all, these numbers are very important. If you don't know where you are now and where you want to be, then what's your direction?
Yes.
You can't even use a navigation system. If you just put into a navigation system where you are right now, what happens? Nothing. They always ask you where you want to go.
Google Map.
Yeah.
Google Map, yes.
So here's the other thing. There's many universal forces at work. Like gravity. Like gravity doesn't work. You can't really see how gravity works until you throw something in the air, right? These universal forces are at work, but they can't assist you if you don't know what you want. Like we create our own reality, and we create our own reality through language. And if you're not speaking something, well, then how can that language, transform into something objective that you can put in the wheelbarrow? How can it? It's like being a rudderless boat, no navigation, just all over the place. Like, where am I going? How do I improve? So I was always told that if you don't know your numbers, you can't fix or adjust and evolve if you don't know your numbers.
Okay.
Like if I work on,
That's what we need to be better at. That's
if I
what
got
we need to be better
if I
at.
got 10 clients, if I have 10 clients, and out of 10 clients, I'm turning 2 of them, I have 10 prospects, and if I'm only turning 2 of them into clients, and I say, I want to turn 5 of them into clients. I want to be better. I want to be better in honor of my purpose. I want to be effective. I want to help people. Well, how many people do you want to help? Just 2?
Your audio went off.
On mute.
Well, how many satisfies me? 5. Okay, I'm going to go from 2 to 5. Well, how are we going to do that? Well, there's all kinds of things you can say, but I can tell you, I'm going to be more grounded in my purpose and articulate my purpose more concisely and with more energy. Okay.
Can I share something, Gregory,
Mm-hmm.
about our numbers?
Mm-hmm.
So, Bill, it is really very amazing that you say about these universal forces. I'm actually not the top of marketing. Gregory and Hanadi share it very nicely, and in some way, of course, Gregory is. And as Gregory is rather starting on the lower end, he would say, okay, we get the minimum of 6. And we always get this minimum of 6, but not more. And I want that everybody speaks their own number, Gregory, without you please judging me or anyone else. We can have 12 on the 16th of September for the trainer training. I feel the number 12. What do you feel, Hanadi?
For the NLP?
For the trainer training in September,
training.
our biggest training that we are working
The part 1.
towards
Part
is the
1.
16th of September.
Yeah.
I see things evaporating. I see our testimonials going more. I see our reviews going
So
more.
am I talking in total or what I can bring?
No. What we together bring. Then we
total.
can say how much everyone brings.
Yeah. Total. I see 10.
Okay.
No, don't do that. Stop, don't do that.
Because I was scared. I was scared.
I see 10. No, whatever you see,
10.
you see. We can't make
I
you see
see 10.
something. You see what you see.
Yeah, I see 10. I see 10.
Yay,
Okay.
Hanadi.
Okay, so Anadi, so you see 10. Are you open to the miraculous happening and 2 more hop in?
Absolutely.
Great. So now we're at 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing about the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take gravity, because that's the universal force that we know the most.
Mm-hmm.
Does gravity need your help to make
No.
something fall?
No.
Does it? You think the law of attraction needs your help to bring 12? We're talking about aligning with the creative power that sustains the universe. You think it needs your help? So right now, this universal force is inside of you right now. It's digesting the food you just ate. It's causing you to turn this vibration of me speaking into words. It's healing a wound you might have, and it's doing all of that without one bit of your conscious awareness, not one bit. And this universal force that's in you, it's out everywhere. And all it wants to do is hear from you so it can go into action. Now, I've seen my teams, my sales teams, we've done things that we don't even want to, we've accomplished things that were so much bigger than our expectations that we didn't even want to talk about it because we couldn't explain it. All right? All we know is we take a stand, we put all our hands in the middle, we take a stand, and then we let synchronicity, serendipity, our creative desire and force, we just let it go. And then now we're on the lookout.
Okay.
Who? And we get that impulse to call somebody, that picture comes across our screen, pick up the phone. You know, you got an urge to go somewhere, talk to somebody, you just respond. This is what it is to be in the zone. And to respond intuitively, instinctively, and moving in the direction of the goal. You get to play. You get to play. This isn't about struggle. This is about understanding that you're part of something bigger than yourselves, setting that number and play, have fun. You know, you're not on the cross, you know, you're part of a playful universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
And
what
so
selling in
far-
the zone is all about. I have 40 years of 8 years of struggle to find out what this is all about, and 40 years of playing.
So if I understand you correctly, Bill, it is not too high what somebody can feel and see. It can be too low, but it cannot be too high.
No,
Right? Don't you agree?
are you asking me, do I agree?
Do you agree, Bill?
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing about it. You can only go so far. Like Hanadi said, you said 12, you see 12. She saw 10. When you go to the point where you feel stress, that's too far.
Yeah.
It's too far for you. Okay? Because that causes you, stress causes us to be unresourceful. Now I can't hear the clues. I can't see the opportunities because I'm stressed, because I'm thinking about how am I gonna do this? Instead of like, well, how's it gonna unfold? I'm a playful participant. I'm a participant in a universe that's allowing all kinds of things to come forth. So basically, I'm going to participate. I'm going to be engaged, and I'm going to be looking for ways in which I can bring about this goal. Playfully, focused, but playfully.
Focus.
And then once it happens one time, shake your head, praise, you're thankful or whatever, and then you just go, and then you go at it again. We would do it every 90 days. Every 90 days, we'd play a game.
Okay.
It's a game we play every 90 days, a game of service.
And when we wrote it on the eraser board, you were part of it, Gregory, right? We can change it. We can change it. It's not like, between time snap and you can't do anything about it. You can change it at any time.
And the other thing is don't let it intimidate you. And it seems to operate on a bell curve. You know what a bell curve is? A bell curve is sort of like this. What I find when you very first begin with a goal that's bigger than you, that might cause you to shake a little bit, it always looks like it's impossible. And then it becomes like super possible. Okay. It always looks like, we used to call it not goal. It's like if I'm trying to raise $5,000, to look at what you actually have can be intimidating. Okay. Well, we got to go for 5,000. All we have is 500. How are we gonna make that? Right. And you have to understand, it's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to stay engaged and do what's in front of you. That's your responsibility. Do what you're called to do. Stay in front of you. And then understand and pay attention to where you're going and not so much where you're at. If you pay attention to where you're at, it could look like that's all that there is. But when you put in your order for this goal, it's like buying something from Amazon. You got to trust that it's on its way.
Mm.
That was
so
a
if you
good example.
if you put in an order, and then you change your residence because you forgot you ordered it, or you believe it's not coming, so you change your residence, and then the package shows up and you're not there. How many times do you think that happens every day?
Yeah.
When a person ordered, people aren't even present. One time my stepson wanted me to get him a car, and I had been trying to find him a car for a couple of weeks and I couldn't find one. And so he completely gave up. I'm in the car business. What do you mean you can't find me a car? You don't really want me to have a car, because you could just pull one out of the air and bring it here. So one day I'm in the garage working on this car that I got for him, changing the tire.
Mhm.
And he walks past me in the garage and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And he walks into the house, right past the car that I have for him. He wasn't expecting to have this car. He gave up. Car came in front of him. He wasn't available. So make sure that you stay available. You know, most people don't accomplish their goals because they can't concentrate they can't even concentrate for 5 minutes. Most people can't. There's a recent study, and most people could not concentrate on an idea for 5 minutes.
Damn.
So here's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this thing called a time matrix. It's different than Arpana's time matrix. It's a 4-square box.
Mm-hmm.
And in these 4 squares, it's about how we deal with our attention and our time. Box number 1 are urgent matters, putting out fires, maintaining relationships, keeping our promises in the business. Box number 2 has everything to do with making deals, sending out emails, making phone calls, preparing a marketing document. That's box number 2. Box number 3 is like chit chat time. You know, Monday morning, oh, what did you do for the weekend? Oh, I did this, oh, I did that. All the time we spend talking about socializing and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then box number 4 is toxic talk. We're never gonna reach our goal. I don't know what the leader's doing. They don't know what they're doing. And then so-and-so, he said he's gonna get 8. He knows he's not gonna get no 8. I don't know what he's gonna get. That's toxic talk.
Mm-hmm.
We want 0. The goal for that, 0. No
Okay.
toxic talk. Toxic talk is like germs in an operating room. When your body is open, you want any germs in the operating room? I want that bad boy to be sterile and clean. We're doing business here. We're creating reality here. We're in creation. This is the laboratory. Stuff is happening here.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So what we want to do is, you want to make sure that your focus is in box. What box is the focus should be in?
The urgent matters.
First one.
Could you
Urgent
please
matters?
say the first one again?
The first, okay, I'm sorry, I don't have a picture. The first box,
Urgent matter, putting out fires.
putting out fires, urgent box. The second box, the creation box. These are all the things that leads to a deal. The third box, chit chat, socializing, personal time. Fourth box, toxic talk. Which box is most important?
I think 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Creation.
but if you have to choose between 1 and 2, which one's more
Creation.
important?
1 and 2 and little bit of 3.
What's that?
Little
One
bit
and-
of 3 as well, because we are not robots.
That's exactly right. But I'm asking you, which box is most important out of
I
all
think
the
it's
boxes?
number 1 because
1
this
and
is
then
the
2.
purpose. This is the focus.
Okay,
Gotta take
good.
care of the urgent matters.
Good. You guys are really tuned in. But I'm gonna tell you it's box number 2. If you do
Okay.
box number 2, well,
2 is the
you'll spend-
system. Create system.
Creativity.
Making deals, sending out emails.
yes, and the better you do it, the less happens in box number 1. Can you see that? Can you
Yes.
see that if you're creating and you're putting together deals and your process is sound, then the less problems you're going to have.
Damn,
Can you
Bill.
see that?
Damn.
So what happens when I do this in a class,
Mm-hmm.
when I do a seminar with this, productivity goes up instantly, right away. And if you were to doing the same thing with your money, if you were to look at your money and how you're spending your money, and box number 2 represents your vision, values, and your purpose in life, then most of your money and your time should be in box number 2. And when you look at this and you say, I don't have any money to do the things that are important to me, it's because I spent a lot of money putting out fires, maybe helping people or whatever. And I spent a lot of time socializing, going to dinner and stuff. So I don't have enough money for my vision and my goals.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know?
time, Leila.
Yeah.
And time.
So as you can see, box number 2 is most important. And if you can just focus on box number 2, you know, so it's Monday morning. I'm going to spend time for a few minutes getting caught up with my friends. You see the Seahawks game? You know, Gregory, we getting caught up, you know, NFL weekend, all that stuff's happening.
Right.
So I'm going to put on my clock. I'm going to spend 15 minutes talking to Gregory about football that happened last weekend. And then I'm getting back to box number 2 right away. You know, I got these boxes in my mind. And I know that if I stay in box number 2, I'm going to reach my goal. I know that I am if I stay in box number 2. And I have to determine in box number 2, for me and my role, what's the most creative things I can do. If I'm generating deals, direct contact with people is the fastest way to make a deal. Direct contact. I'm in front of them. The second best way to make a deal is on the phone or on Skype. Right? So I want to make sure, you know, knowing myself and what my strategy is based on me and my personality, I'm going to spend as much time in box number 2 doing the thing that I like to do, using my natural talent that's easy for me in box number 2. I'm going to have a blast in box number 2 because I'm using my natural talent. And scientists say whenever you use your natural talent, whatever that is, you know, some kind of hormone gets opened up and it makes us feel good when we use our natural talent.
Okay.
You know, have you ever noticed that when somebody comes to you with a problem that they're struggling with, and you just say, oh, that's no problem, just do this and this and this because it's your natural talent?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how good it feels when you tell them they're struggling and you tell them what to do because it's your natural talent and you help them? It feels amazing. So what's happening is if you spend most of your time in box number 2, using your natural talent ability to generate deals, you're going to feel great, but you're also going to be effective.
Jesus.
What better is that?
May I continue so everybody can play around with the numbers? Hitesh, how many do you see for our 5 keys?
Right now, we're asking about total, right? From my side.
How many?
You were asking about total or from my side?
No, together.
12.
Nice. And let's just play, Leila. You are not having your own business yet and mainly assisting, but how many would you see if you also put some in from your side for October NLP in Dubai? How many do you think can you recruit?
Together, I think around, I can see 15, but let's say 10 for now.
And how many do you think can you talk to by then?
I'll start talking to people from September when they are back. So
From vacation.
maybe 2, 3 would be confirmed.
Now, if you join this program, I think, can you believe it would be more? If you
Yes,
join this
I
program,
mean,
do it on maybe every second Tuesday or something like that.
They're
So
talking-
basically we'll have a thread, we report to each other, we look at how we do it. And
Yeah.
this is what this program is for.
For me, the first step is to formulate the message or the purpose, as Bill was saying before I come. I think he had explanation about it. So I need to first formulate that based on my own purpose as a message that I can deliver, and then have a structure, the language, to basically when I am on the phone or I'm sending message, so I can deliver the purpose proper way.
Strategist over there. She's a strategist.
I
hear
need
it.
to
I
see where I'm going. I need the structure when it comes to business.
Yes, absolutely. I get it. I'm the same way. I'm the very same way. Yeah, so this number, so these numbers, we keep these numbers visible, and we always take a perceptual position where it empowers us, never intimidating. If you're looking at it in a way where it intimidates you, you're missing something. And Dr. Doris, they know the logical levels?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you know the logical levels, if we ever get hung up on the environment or behavior or capabilities, then just always go to the highest level that you're most comfortable with. If you ever get stuck, I don't see how we can do this, or we're not capable or whatever. Just keep going up the levels.
Nice, Bill.
That's a nice.
So I just go to the very top. This is not my job. My job, my identity is to be a participant and to be engaged and to be willing to allow things to happen.
Yes.
And my own personal style is that I'm a provocateur, and I'm in your face about what you say you want, about what you say you want, and I ain't gonna let you get away with not having what you say you want. So that gives me license to say, remember that niece that you want to take care of? I'm here to make sure that you get what you need, to help her. Now, are we gonna do this or not? Now, when I say that, I'm not saying that for me, so I can get my mark on the board. I'm saying this for you. And I feel very comfortable. If I'm not behaving that way, I think I'm playing too small, or I'm out to lunch or whatever. My purpose is to make sure that you achieve what you say you want to achieve. I'm a resource for you. That's why I'm here. So
that's a good one, Gregory, isn't it?
It's congruency. I'm here to help you achieve your dreams, but you got to take, I said you got to take massive action, but you're not going to do it alone. I am here with you to assist you and to make it an easy process. I'm here with you, but you have to take the action. I've already taken the course. I've lost the weight. I've dealt with my anger issues. I've dealt with childhood trauma by this course, but I can't do it for you. You have to do it.
yeah, when you're in rapport, when you spoke in your purpose and they got you, you can do all of this. You can do all of this. You can be your full self, but the most important thing is being your purpose and speaking your purpose, so they know that you have their best interest in mind.
Yeah.
And we're not going to let this opportunity pass. You have no idea what it's taken to bring about this opportunity where we're here together talking about what you want. Let's not let this pass.
Man.
So there's two ways to go, Bill. Either we can speak the purpose in a way that it matches the other in breakout rooms, or we prepare this for next Tuesday and we do the example. We said we would do an example I have clicked on an ad and you'll demonstrate how you would apply the 5 keys with me.
Yeah, that is very good because it will
That would be
remember.
amazing.
Because I forgot about the 5 keys. It was a long time ago, so it will refresh our mind as well.
Got it.
Yeah.
So that's something. So Dr. Doris, is that something I'm doing now, or are we doing it in 2 weeks? Tell me.
I would say yes. This would be a very good thing for us to do. What does so with the promise that everybody please throughout this time, can you keep in your mind to speak the purpose in a way that it matches
That's the thing.
your
Matches.
client? And then I think not too long and not too short. I have a little suspicion. May I give feedback?
Yeah.
Hanadi and Gregory, I think you speak it a little too short, mainly. When I listen through the cracks and I hear how you now, you are very good at focusing on the client and at asking them good questions. I really have to say, you are getting better and better at it. Now you can weigh this, you can balance it with giving a little more of what is passionate for you. You know what I did with Harish, Hanadi, right before we started to talk to Bill tonight?
What?
Yeah, I asked him the questions about what he will feel, what will be there for him when he offers those children the education. And then I take the turn and say, may I share with you my passion? And then when I spoke about, you know, my passion of contributing, he got so excited because he's changing from being an engineer to, you know, helping people and now doing NLP with us. So he got so excited. I'm really sure he will sign up.
He paid already.
He paid. She's sending me people, Greg, Bill, and then I do a little pep motivation. They get to speak to the teacher and then they come back and mainly it works. They sign up.
Yeah, that's a good process. Everybody's not going to need it, but for the ones that need it, it's a very good process you guys have signed up here. So one thing I want to so as we're asking these questions,
Yes, Bill.
So with each one of these keys, I want you to keep in mind the principle of enough. Okay, sometimes there's this idea that we think we have to have, you know, so much more than we actually need. But you guys understand calibration for matching and pacing, right?
Right.
You guys understand calibration. Now, relationship and emotional engagement, you know, those are the two bases, you know, for everything to happen. If you make a presentation, why don't you do this course? It costs this much money. You do that without relationship, them knowing, you knowing them and them knowing you, chances are you're going to get a no. You do it without emotional engagement, chances are you're going to get a no. So as we're speaking, the whole purpose is to calibrate relationship and emotional engagement. And then once you have it, that's when you can make the presentation. You want to know the key to when do I ask them to begin having what they say they want? That's what a presentation is. When do you want to get started having what you say you want? I'm very clear about what you want. I see the excitement in your face and in your voice. When would you like to get started? Thursday or Friday? So once you calibrate that you have it, once you see, I don't care if they're the most deepest thinker, pipe smoker, engineer, everybody has a way of showing their excitement. Whether you're a thinker primarily or you're a feeler primarily, you're looking for it as you're speaking to it. And once you have it, make your presentation. I don't care if you're 45 minutes into your presentation or you're 3 weeks into your presentation. Understand when it's go time. It's go time once they experience, once you see in their experience that they're clear about what they want and that they trust you, make the presentation. If you make it too early, you make it too late, See, this is when people start
Would you
talking.
also like to see an example, Gregory?
Yeah.
Okay, how about I'm Francisca, and I've clicked on the ad for trainer training. And you call me up, Bill.
Okay, so first, before we get started, when somebody clicks on the ad, remember that they've already been through a process. They've already gotten into action, all right? Because they see a possibility. This might work. And so basically, they're contacting you to find out more information to verify whether this is the thing for them or not. So again, I'm terrible at pretending, but what I'm going to find out from Dr. Doris is,
Francisca.
Francisca. Sorry, I'm hallucinating. You don't look like a Francisca, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
I really feel like one today.
So Francisca, thank you for contacting us. I really appreciate you putting the effort to contact us. So when you clicked on the ad, what happened before you clicked on the ad? What possibility did you see for yourself before you clicked on that ad?
Wow, that's cut to the chase.
I told you, I'm bottom line.
But write this down, Gregory. I'm a school teacher, and when I clicked on your ad, there was a picture of a stage. I was thinking I can do more than my small workshops. Deep down, I have always dreamt about it.
Good. And in that vision of dreaming about it, what specifically did you see that this training could help you do?
Well, speak to more people, not just some of the teachers and parents who come to my workshops, but, you know, I can do more.
Great. And if you're speaking to more people, what's that going to mean for you?
It'll make me feel good.
Yeah, and we all want to feel good, don't we? And so as you're feeling good about being able to, you know, help more people, what's that going to lead to for you? How's that going to help you with this vision and future that you have for yourself?
See, I have worked as a teacher all my life with children, but now I want to change. I'm giving those little workshops for emotional intelligence for some of the parents and some of the teachers. I took a 4-day trainer training. I took a 4-day trainer training once in my corporate when I was working as a HR, and I learned how to be on stage, as if many watch you. But I don't know. What did you ask me?
As you're able to talk to more people,
yes,
and help more people improve their lives,
yes.
how is that going to contribute to the future that you see for yourself?
Well,
look at her eyes. Look at her eyes.
Making an income, teaching adults more about how to use their mind, you know, NLP techniques, emotional intelligence, and I can empower them.
Great. And then how specifically do you see this training helping you? What particular areas do you want this training to help you be better at?
The thing is, you say it's a 12-day trainer training. How much does it cost?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so as far as the demonstration goes here, I'm terrible at pretending because I don't know what I'm talking about here, okay? But do you get the gist of what we're talking about here? I mean, I could have stopped at the first answer she said. She said the first place she stopped, she wasn't emotionally engaged. The whole purpose here is for engagement. And I'm watching her eyes, and she was not engaged on the first answer. So what she gives the first answer, great. There's several ways to do it. Tell me more about that. Or what is that going to mean to you? See, what we're trying to do is to take this little nugget of information and blow it up into her to where she has a full body experience of it. And once she has that, I know she's emotionally engaged. Now I'm watching her eyes. I asked her a question. I can see she's engaged because her eyes went up to she was envisioning it in the future, how that's going to matter for her. I'm watching her and I'm seeing some engagement in her face. And I might take that even one more level. I could have stopped right there, but you just have to calibrate their face. And the goal is not to ask them a bunch of questions. The goal is to ask them enough questions for them to become emotionally engaged in this vision of the future that they see for themselves. Once they're there,
and to notice when they are most engaged. I'm curious, Gregory, when did you think Francisca was most engaged?
When Bill asked, what is it going to mean when you're able to help? When you're able to
help. And when I said, I feel good.
And that was the feel, feel. And the key thing right there, Bill, what is it going to make you feel? I'm not using that.
Yes.
Feel.
And then I try to help you, Hanadi and Gregory, because you say it always happens that they navigate away. So I was challenging Bill to do that, but I know Bill can pick it up and bring me back to that moment. So you have to bring the client back to that moment when they start, and when is it, and which time does it start, and how much does it cost? By the way, it's a 12-day trainer training, which would be double as much in the US. So here, one package is $1,200, and one package, is it $1,800?
Yeah.
Dollars, something like that. So we give 3 packages. So many people want to know that price, but it's way beyond them. It's way beyond them. Because, okay, I go back to be Francesca. Yeah, I did that 4-day trainer training. Then you have to ask them how many hours a day, 2 hours a day. So that means you did an 8-hour training, trainer training. Always ask that. Here they say, oh, I did a 4-day trainer training for free. My corporate gave it to me for free.
Yeah, Bill.
Okay, how many hours a day was it? 2 hours a day. They gave me that trainer training for free. So I'm clicking on this ad because I want to be a better trainer.
Yeah. So here again, I want to come back to something.
Mm-hmm.
When anytime anybody responds to an ad, they've already taken themselves through the process that has them on the threshold. They took action. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do is you want to get them back there so they can take action again, but this time to sign up.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take them back to the experience. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So one time we're going to take a trip to California with my family, and the tires on my van, they were iffy. They were marginal. Okay. And so one morning I'm laying in the bed and they said, a family died this morning on Highway 101. The vehicle slipped off the highway into the river. Nobody survived, right?
Yeah.
So I watched that, and then what did I do? I was imagining, man, those tires on the van are marginal. Damn, I don't want that to happen to me. So I better buy some tires. And within an hour, I was in a tire store. You have to understand this, guys. You have to understand there's a process that they already have gone through, but you want, and when somebody comes in to talk to you, if a person goes into an emergency room and they got a broken arm, do we have to get them emotionally engaged to help them?
No.
And if we don't help them, they're going to take the good arm and strangle us, right?
Right.
They're already engaged. But when most people go in to buy something, they're not emotionally engaged. They're emotionally engaged last night when they thought about it.
Okay.
Can we go
Okay.
back to
Yeah.
Francesca? Let's go back to Francesca. So because I want to be a better trainer.
Okay, what do you want to be better at?
Well, like that picture on your ad, somebody who's in front of many and expressing themselves. And, you know, when I teach my workshops, I feel much better than when I was a teacher for adults. But now I have to take a curb because I'm tired of waiting for my husband to finance everything.
So Francisca, so she's moving away from something that she's not telling us. She's eluding it. So I need to find out what she's moving away from. So Francisca, what do you want to be better at? Well, what specifically, as far is it how you speak, the words that you use? Do you want to be more effective in creating pictures and images with people? What specifically do you want to be better at?
Yeah, to keep on speaking, to be able to, you know, speak a whole day. You know, I could do a workshop for a whole day. I could maybe do a workshop for 4 full days, not 4 times 2 hours. I want to be able to continue to speak in an engaging way, in a warm way. Sometimes I get that feeling when I do the small workshops, but I thought I did a trainer training, but maybe I don't really know how to do it.
Okay. So when you're able to do this, what kind of difference is it going to make when you're able to be more engaged, more effective for a longer time? What kind of difference is that going to make for you? How is that going to be better for you?
I want to express myself, my passion, to empower people.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. So, you know, one of the things about this, so thanks for telling me that. I really got what you said about being able to express yourself and how important that is. So one of the things in this training is that we teach you how to identify, you know, your real self and to be fully self-expressed in a way that's easy and natural for you. Is that what you want?
Yes.
Got it.
And that makes me keep on speaking.
Got it. All right. Well, this training can definitely do that for you. Is there anything else you need to know before we get started and get you all signed up?
But how much does it cost?
Okay, so this is a separate conversation here. Okay, so this is a price conversation. And so I don't have those details or whatever, but if we want to take a segment,
package 1 or package 2 or package 3.
I don't even know what that means. Listen, I can't go that way. I can't go there with you. But here's what I can say about price. If there's ever a situation where price seems to be too much, but there's not enough value, that means you have to increase the value. If price is here and what they think they're getting is down here, you have to work with them to where what they're getting is either equal or greater than the price.
That's what you said at the beginning, Hanadi, right?
Yeah.
To creating that value, to upping that value.
Yeah, so I would say, you know, you mentioned that it's going to be so important for you to be fully self-expressed and engaged throughout the entire training. You know, how important that is to you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is that?
Boom.
That's a 20. I get it.
9.
I totally get it. So if she objects to it, I'm going to come back there because that's why she's here. That's what she wants to be better. She believes that if she's better at that, then things are going to be better for her. And it's going to be better for her clients. It's going to be better for everything. So I'm telling you, that's the nugget. That's the 1 square inch. Their desire for what they want to be better. The more that's blown up, then the more valuable your training is. And then, so if she gets stuck there, then I'm saying these people that you want to benefit, tell me about those people. She gets back on the price again. Well, I don't know. Then I'm going to say, tell me about the people that you want to help. You know, these people that you want to have this, you want to be able to be more engaged for a longer time. Tell me more about that. Now I'm talking about her desire again. I'm blowing up that desire. I'm raising that to be more equal to the price. So in a business situation where it's sales, you know, what I do is I narrow it down to how many deals they think they're missing, what's the value of each deal,
Mhm.
and then put a price on it. So let me tell you, so you want to make $200,000 more. You think you're missing $200,000, and that's $200,000 that you're missing. If we project that for the next 5 years, that's $1 million. And you're telling me you don't have $50,000 to pay for my training? Something's missing here. What did I?
Write this down, Anari.
What am I missing?
It's recorded. I will go back to it.
Yes,
I must have did something wrong. I must have misunderstood something. Don't make them wrong. You become the person who's wrong. You know, there's something I must be missing, because if you want to do this and this and this, and you want to change this many lives, and the training is only this much, boy, I must have missed something. Then they say, no, you didn't miss something. You didn't miss it. It's just that when it comes to buying things, people think everything else should be cheaper. But when it comes to selling something of their own, they always think it's worth more than what it is. It's just human nature. So we sort of have to like play around with it, because if you get into a heated debate about it, they'll become insistent on being right about their position. They'll become insistent, they'll become dug in. So you sort of have to be loose and play with it. And then give them perspective, show them what they're getting. And that's why it's so important to ask these questions and to blow up the desire for what they want, and to blow up how many people are included. The more they're fulfilling their desire, and the more people that are included, the more valuable the program is. This is how you create value. You create value by reminding them of what they're going to get and what they're going to be able to do.
So, you know, it just happened to me. I'm still Francisca, may I?
Okay.
So if I feel already this good, empowering people with my small workshops, and then I would be able to do several days, full days.
And what does that mean?
That would mean the world to me. That would mean, I mean, it couldn't get better.
Okay. So it sounds like you would totally be satisfied and fulfilled. And I know that you're not just about money. I know that you're not just about money, but how much more would you be making?
Well, if it's now 4 times 2 hours, and I could do 4 times as much.
Wow. Boy, that sounds like you'd be really getting a bang for your buck. Sounds like you would really be doing well for yourself. Well, I'm excited to get you started. I can't wait to see what you're going to be able to do after this course is over. Would you like to get started today or tomorrow?
Now,
You see, when you make it all about them, it gives you permission to be invasive. Listen, we've been taught all of our lives by most of our parents not to be invasive. Don't ask those questions. You know, don't do this, don't do that. You know, don't be invasive. Don't pry into their personal business. So we have to make sure that that's not an obstacle for us, because our purpose gives us permission to be in this person's face to help them get what they say they want. And whenever you get stuck, pardon me, but didn't you say you wanted this? Because that's what I'm here for, to help you get what you said you want. Otherwise, they'll turn it into a thing like you're victimizing them. No, you're the one who clicked on the button. You're the one who said you wanted X, Y, Z. Now, I'm not going to say that literally to them, but I understand that. And I understand, based on my purpose, what I have permission to do. And I'm not gonna operate in a gray area. You know how you get with this gray fuzzy area where you can see what's happening with the customer and you can see that they're missing something, but you let them slide? Not me. I don't know what your style is. I ain't letting that slide. Because guess what? All I'm doing is expanding the selling cycle. All I'm doing is making it go for days and weeks when it doesn't have to. Get down to the bottom line. Okay, I share myself. This is what I'm all about. I can tell they get it. I'm going to find out what they say they want, and I'm going to hold them accountable for what they say they want. Now, I'm not going to talk like that to them, but that's going to be my behavior. Because I have a purpose here. I got people to help. If I can't help you, I'm on to the next one. Box number 2. Don't get caught socializing in those other boxes with other clients too. You know, you can get caught up in those other boxes with toxic talk. Your client isn't talking, my husband won't let me do this, and I got that going on, and then, oh, I know, I got that going on too. Never go there. And in the socializing box, what's happening in town, a little bit. You know, emergencies, objections, enough is necessary. Back to box number 2, forwarding the conversation, forwarding the conversation, forwarding the conversation. This is efficiency and effectiveness. And if you're committed to helping people, and you look at how many people you're able to help to show how effective you are with your purpose, if you're looking with that, then I'm back to my numbers. I'm about helping people. I do the best I can with every person. I iron out the wrinkles, misunderstandings. I'm rigorous. I'm not shy. I'm not bashful, because I'm grounded in my purpose, and I'm here to find out what you want to see if I can help you.
Boom.
It's flat. It's black and white. No gray area. With love.
Trying, Bill. I'm trying, Bill.
I have a question, Bill.
Okay.
So what I understood is we can create value by amplifying desire. So here there is for an example, the course or coaching or anything we are providing as a service. So it should match with that, but how do we know that it is matching? Because initially, how do we ensure that people don't go for later on buyer's remorse or kind of stuff? I mean,
yeah, well, you know, most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, buyer's remorse happens when it sort of happens in the first 3 boxes. Either there's not enough relationship, and they might trust whether you're the right person to help them, or they're not emotionally engaged enough with you or within themselves, or with the training. Or if we didn't create enough value in the presentation, then that's when people have buyer's remorse. Or at the end of the deal, if we didn't complete things enough. So whenever there's an objection, what are they're objecting to one of the keys. An objection is always to one of the keys. The nature of the objection tells you need to go back to which key. Oh, they don't trust me enough. Or they're not emotionally engaged enough. They're not ready. I'm trying to pull them out of the stove. They need to cook a little while longer, you know? Or my presentation didn't create enough value. They'll tell you, in their words, they'll tell you what they're objecting to. Well, I just don't see how I'm gonna get, you know, the results I want to get from the program. Not enough value. You got to go back. You got to go back and say, now, what specifically do you want to accomplish? There's always this gap between A to B, what they want to accomplish. Like, what was her name, Henrietta? What was the woman's name?
Francisca.
Yeah, bless her heart. She wants to be able to stay fully engaged for a longer period of time, fully engaged, fully self-expressed for a longer period of time. That's what she said she wanted.
And she will get there.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to that. And I'm going to make sure she knows the components of my program that are going to make sure she's going to get that. Okay? This is a transactional thing that needs to happen She's not talking about transformation. She's talking about how am I going to be able to specifically be more engaged. So now I'm going to talk to her about components of the program, which I don't really know. The trainer, what she's going to do, but I'm going to be able to point to something, to some specific, what do you call it, component of my training that's going to address that need.
Objectives, topics.
Or I'm going to tell her, if I really know another person who's in a situation like her, I'm going to tell her a story. You know, we had a client, last year who had a similar situation. So what we did was we put more emphasis on this module and that helped her to relax and find a safe space inside herself or whatever that allowed her to do that. And this way the customer can imagine that happening for them too.
Yeah.
So depending on who you are, you'll have a repertoire of stories or knowledge of aspects of the training that you can have as a solution for the problems that they bring up. Like a toolbox, historical toolbox of stuff that you can pull out and say, this handles that. So for me, anybody that has a problem with confidence or anything like that, that's all about purpose. Purpose gives you confidence, it gives you conviction, it gives you direction. And once we have you grounded in this purpose, and once you spend a little time working there, this problem, no more. You'll be fine.
Actually, why I'm asking is because we have in India lots of expectations. So at this point in time, what I feel is it's time to clarify that, okay, our training is providing this module, which can help you to achieve this one, what you are desiring. And is that enough for you? Because otherwise, for example, if somebody buying computer, they are expecting that they are going to have 12 softwares for free. And if they are not getting that, then they feel very bad. Yeah, you have not given me softwares for free. Actually, it is not free anywhere in the world. But because computer providers are installing free of charge over their pirated softwares, so they are expecting, and as a legal right.
Yeah, well, we got to manage those. We got to manage those expectations and truth. Sometimes people expect something we can't deliver. We just have to like relax and tell them, we're going to give you this, this, and this, and this, but that expectation, that's not realistic. It's the truth, and people can take solace in that, either sign up or not. Because if they're expecting it and they sign up anyway, you're going to have a problem.
Yes. So alignment is
Francesca will get all the skills, but how she's setting it into gears, of course, we tell it's a matter of practice. And then we can say, give the monthly internships, but you will get the skills in order for you to speak a whole day without a problem.
Yeah, I say, if you're fully engaged, if you are fully engaged and do the work, this is what you'll get. Yeah.
Thank you.
Put the responsibility back on them. We've been doing this for a long time. It works. The people that are fully engaged and do all the work, they get the results, and the people that don't.
They don't get.
Nice
Fully
one. Nice one. Write
engaged.
this down, Hitesh. We have been doing this.
Diamonds. Diamonds. Diamonds.
It's a dime.
Straight diamonds. Oh, Bill. Fully engaged.
Yeah, you guys
Gregory, what
have
is
you
your
guys have
number?
an immediate 25% bump that's standing in front of you, like right now. 25% increase is standing in front of you right now, just by articulating your purpose more clear, making sure you're clear about your objective and your numbers, and using the 5 keys. You're there.
I'm curious,
The hardest
Gregory,
part-
how many do you see now for the trainer training on the 16th of September?
10.
10?
10. 10. Because I want to bring 6. I want to bring 6. Purpose.
Okay, so here's another little nugget that can help you with your numbers. Okay.
Thank you, Bill.
So Gregory says he's going to bring. So if Gregory says he's going to bring 6, well then Gregory, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to look at my sources for getting the 6,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to put it. Now I'm going to put a number on my sources. Okay. So of my sources, I don't know what your sources are, but I got referrals.
Mm-hmm.
I got repeat customers. I got people from my ads. Now I'm going to put a number on each one of my sources.
Mm-hmm.
Now
That's
underneath my
good.
number, I'm going to put in my action steps.
Okay.
And so what I find is I always hit my number, but maybe not with the sources that I say. I don't care. I just want to hit my numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I say I'm going to hit 12 and I'm going to get 4 from referrals, I'm going to get 4 from repeat, and I'm going to get 4 from ads. And then I say, for the ads, I'm going to get me 16 leads from ads. And out of the 16, I'm going to close 4 right away. And I'm going to close another 4 next month for my next goal. And for my repeats, I'm going to call up my repeat customers. I'm going to call 12 people. And out of those 12 people, I'm going to get me 4 repeats. And referrals, when I call my repeat customers, I'm also going to ask them, do they have any referrals? And can I use their name?
That's what we are missing. That's what we are missing.
Now, with your repeats and referrals, that should be the easiest. So I know how Dr. Doris does these courses, and I know how people feel at the end of their courses. They're ready to walk on water and walk through walls.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the time when you're supposed to get referrals. That's the time when you get referrals. You don't wait till later, you know. That's when you get all your referrals. And you get permission to call those people and use their name. Hey, Joe Clark told me to give you a call. He just did this course and it just blew his mind. Now he's able to do X, Y, Z when he wasn't able to do that before. And he mentioned your name that you might want to have the similar results.
Got it. Referrals, repeat customers, existing clients.
So I don't know what other sources you have, but so if you take your big number and you break them down into sources and then make an action list for the sources, and this becomes your box number 2 activities. See how all that works seamlessly together?
Mm.
Hitesh Safe is very good at this. I hope he will join next time. He is so good at getting the referrals and getting people. He does no social media at all until now. He's only getting referrals from the people who come to him. He has a very small number, but referral. And he gives them money. They get 5,000, Hitesh. For each referral, they get 5,000 immediately.
It's too easy. Referrals are, see, in referrals, relationship, emotional engagement, and some perception of value, it gets transferred from one person to the other.
Especially when money is engaged. So 5,000 you and 5,000 whoever you are introducing. It should be for both of them.
And isn't it slow also? I mean, it's good to have referrals because there is an already connection is there. But at the same time, what I feel is it is a slower process of getting clients. If we have authority, if we have some system of building our authority, that will be much faster.
Yeah, that's true.
Building our authority, what do you mean?
I mean, why we need referral is because it is easy to get connection and sell. But when people are not giving referrals, other people are making this system slow. because if you ask referral, they, yeah, I will give, and then later on,
Yeah,
yes, I'm
that's
thinking
true.
of, and
They always say
they
they
waste
do it
time.
and then they don't do it.
Even
over
if they
here.
don't want to
Bill.
give, they don't tell directly on our page that, yes, I don't want to give, but they will just, spoil time.
Yes.
But if we have
Yes.
some system of creating
That's
authority,
why we can
they
make
just-
it exciting for them. For example, especially for like when we are doing courses back to back, level 1, level 2, level 3, and then TT, and then other courses. So this person liked our course, enjoyed the way we presented and everything. So the connection is there, as you said. So now how we can make them excited to continue and also refer someone. So
Mhm.
that's where the discount part comes, the money comes in, where you, for your next course, you will get 5,000 or 10,000, whatever, less, and whoever you introduce, because they are coming through you, they will have the
Yes.
same discount.
Yes. Yes.
So
that's
it's a
right,
win-win
Leila.
situation for
And
the
it keeps going.
existing and the new person.
Yeah.
Very good, Leila.
Yeah,
What to start with?
system, for every course, this system, as far as putting a number, putting an overall number, and breaking down and put a number on the sources, this can work every single time for every course, and it just has to be systematic, and it always starts with making sure you get the referrals at the end. Those are the most powerful leads you can get, is from a person at the end of a course giving you permission to contact 3 people.
yes. So
Absolutely, because
what I was suggesting over here is, it is not I am against referrals, but what we can do is kind of, there is a celebration event after every course. For example, somebody did practitioner or master practitioner. So at the end of course, they bring their 3 to 4 guests who can see how they progressed and how they
even
get
better.
transformed
That
after
is
this.
amazing.
That's
That's
good.
an
Even better.
amazing idea. Invite
Even
them for the we used to
For
do
the
this.
And
certification.
certification
For
and
the
celebration is there.
graduation, they bring their friends.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
good.
that's a
When we
great
do
What do we
the,
say?
when we
Direct
do
contact with
the
friends.
celebration at the very end. That's a
Yeah,
great
this will be
idea.
amazing. And they will hear all what they will share about what do they have now that they
How
didn't
we
have.
do it in Zoom.
So without asking referrals, we can have everybody multiplied by 3 to 4 at least.
How we do it online. Offline
Yes.
is easy to do that. But
Yeah, it is
online-
certification
Online,
ceremony.
you
no?
just
You
share
can have that.
the link with your friends and say be there at, for example, 5 p.m.
Hmm.
Landmark is
Yeah, so
having,
when you do that, make sure that the link is sent by yeah, and that somebody keeps track of how many people were sent the link and their phone number, because some of
Yeah.
those people might not participate. You don't want that to go away.
I just get water.
I didn't understand, did not go away.
If you
How
send a
many
link,
people got the link?
yeah, how many people are sent the link? You want to have you have their email address, you have their name, you want to have their phone number. So if they don't show up on Zoom for the closing of the session, then you can contact them later.
So Safe calls them affiliates and they give him the number and the address. And when he converts them at that time, they get the 5,000 and they get a discount
Hold on.
also, and it works.
Dr. Doris, this is a sure shot system, because you are not required to ask them to come, because they will come to see the performance of the person they are related to.
Yes,
So they will invite
to
them that
celebrate
come
the
to exactly.
certification.
And you can have a 2-minute speech of those people who are getting certification. So they will come to hear and see the success of the person they are near.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
And maybe then when you share the promo of the coming
Exactly, it is for that.
courses, they can see and they know that there is a special discount for them if they
Yes.
want to join.
Wow.
when you guys make this systematic and that you do it every single time, this is where you get in the zone and it becomes so easy filling these courses.
Yeah, Bill.
You got to use the power of the relationships that you generate. You got to use the power of the relationship that you generate.
And we haven't been doing it.
And don't let it wane.
We have the relationships, but we don't use the power of the relationships.
Yeah, so after about, so I sold for 35, 40 years. So after about 10 years or so, just about all of my business is referral or repeat. Do you know how easy that becomes? Everybody you're dealing with, you've either dealt with before or somebody else has enthusiastically transferred relationship and possibilities to them. It just makes it so much easier. Less objections, shorter selling cycles, less objections.
And greater conversion.
Yeah.
Wow. Bill, this was an amazing session, huh? Wow.
Yeah, you guys are incredible. You guys have a great group.
You haven't even seen all of them. The Conscious Solutions Trainer.
Thank you.
This is great, Leila, isn't it?
It is. Thank you. And I love Bill's energy, and I want to see him more and more, please. With the way he brought, because I hate sales. I don't know why, but I hate it. So the way you are doing it is like a hypno to me. And that's why I'm like very quiet and I'm just getting the information. Let first I change my subconscious about the cells, and then consciously I'll be active.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like a hypno.
Yeah, the way he brings up the ideas, the questions. Fantastic hypno.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get going.
All right.
But,
thank you.
So much.
Thank you so much, Bill. This was amazing.
Thank you.
So from the feedback, I feel satisfied that my time was useful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel satisfied. That's important to me.
Thank you.
That you guys got something.
I need to do one detailed chunk because everybody's in the room. Fadwa really wants to be part of this group. She should be part of the group, but now she has this new engagement of teaching every Tuesday evening. But I don't have too many evenings left. What, are you having any other evening available so that, for example, Fadwa can join?
Only Mondays.
Only Mondays, you,
because
Leila?
Wednesdays, Thursdays, we have NLP.
Yeah.
So maybe Mondays are the only time.
But at 8 a.m., I know Monday not, I know Friday, Saturday, and Sunday not, which is good because most of us train on the weekends. Oh, what a pity that Fadwa cannot be here. She rocks so much. She would just take off flying, really.
Yeah.
I think Nada will be able to come Tuesday. Maybe we have to keep the Tuesday.
Guys, I'm really sorry, but I have to dash off now.
Okay.
What do you think? We should keep it Tuesday, Hanadi?
Tuesday is good. Tuesday is good.
Okay. Okay, let's keep next Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Bill.
Meet on Monday.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Dr. Doris, can you please share with me the slides or something for the 5 keys? The information, if you have the manual, because I was trying to find it.
It last time?
No, I didn't find it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a lovely time, Bill. See you soon. Take care.
Yes,
bye.
very soon.
Thank you. Bye, Gregory Hitush. Dr.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye, Bill.
Thank you.
All right. See ya.
Have a good one, Bill. Thank you so much, man.
Have a great
I appreciate
day, Bill.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word, You're the fuel to the fire.
Great. Glad that I
Okay.
could help.
Definitely. Have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you, Bill.
All right.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay. See you soon.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.